In this episode of the Happy Diabetic Kitchen podcast, I'm going to share with you tips and tricks about how to eat the Mediterranean style way. Share with you some exciting recipes and menu plans. It's going to be an amazing episode. Stay tuned, everybody. So happy you're here. We will be right back. Hello, everyone. I am Chef Robert Lewis, the Happy Diabetic. Welcome to the internet's most delicious cooking podcast. I'm here in the kitchen getting ready to explore a healthy diabetic lifestyle. I want to take the mystery out of healthy cooking, explore some amazing foods, and my diabetic journey with all my successes and all my challenges. Let me help you live your best happy diabetic lifestyle. So welcome to the kitchen. And if you're new to the show, I am so happy you're here. Welcome to the Happy Diabetic Kitchen, where we turn ordinary ingredients into extraordinary diabetes-friendly meals. Today, we're driving into one of the most delicious and scientifically backed eating plans for managing your blood sugar. It's called the Mediterranean diet. Now, you know I'm not big on the word diet, but it is a style and a way of eating that's delicious and fun to cook. You'll learn why this flavorful way of eating is so beneficial for people living with diabetes like me, over 3 decades as a type 2 diabetic, and how you can bring a little Mediterranean magic of Greece, Italy, Spain into your happy diabetic kitchen. So let's get cooking. Let's get talking about the Mediterranean diet. What really is it? Well, it's inspired by traditional diets of countries like Greece, Italy, and Spain. There's an emphasis on fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and legumes, healthy fats like olive oil and nuts, avocado oil, lean proteins, particularly fish and poultry, herbs and spices for flavor instead of salt, and moderation with some red wine and some dairy. Of course, these are all optional, and I would always consult with your healthcare provider to make sure that these foods are great for you. Now, a little fun fact, the Mediterranean diet is consistently ranked one of the healthiest diets globally due to its heart-healthy protective benefits. The Mediterranean diet draws inspiration from eating patterns of Mediterranean countries, where the focus has always been on fresh, seasonal, and local ingredients. It's a way of life that emphasizes balance, community, and enjoying meals together, family and friends and loved ones. This style of eating, or diet, has been studied extensively and is linked to a variety of health benefits, particularly in reducing the risk of heart disease and stroke. So, what are the core principles of the Mediterranean style of eating? Well, it's all about fruits and vegetables. One of the hallmarks of the Mediterranean diet is an abundance of fresh fruits and vegetables. They're typically eaten every meal, providing a rich source of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. You know, nature's rust prohibitor. Vegetables like tomatoes, spinach and peppers, and fruits like oranges, grapes, and apples are super common. Whole grains and legumes are another key factor of the Mediterranean diet. Whole grains such as whole wheat bread, brown rice, quinoa are staples. Legumes like lentils, chickpeas, and beans are also featured predominantly in this diet style. These foods are high in fiber, which promotes a digestive health and helps maintain stable blood sugar levels. And what about healthy fats? Well, they're in this style of eating also. Olive oil, a monounsaturated fat, is the primary source of fat in the Mediterranean diet. It's rich in monounsaturated fats, which are heart healthy. Nuts and seeds and avocados also provide healthy fats, which are important for brain function and overall health. Lean proteins, especially fish and poultry, are preferred over red meats in this style of eating. Fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, tuna are high in omega-3 fatty acids, which are critical for good heart health. Poultry is typically consumed in moderate amounts, and red meat is eaten sparingly. And of course, my favorite ingredient on the planet, herbs and spices. Listen, if you're going to decrease the amount of sugar, salt, and fat in your diet, which is all flavor, you need to kick up the flavor. So herbs and spices is the way to do it. Now, the Mediterranean diet emphasizes using herbs and spices to add flavor to dishes instead of relying on salt. Common herbs and spices include garlic, basil, oregano, thyme, rosemary, and cinnamon. These are all things I know you have in your pantry, which also offers additional health benefits due to their antioxidant properties. Now, what about dairy and wine? Well, this is a topic for the Mediterranean diet in moderation. Dairy is consumed in moderation with an emphasis on low-fat or fat-free options like Greek yogurt and cheese, often feta or Parmesan. Wine is also consumed in moderation, usually red wine, and often with meals. It's important to note that wine should be consumed if it's appropriate for your health and lifestyle, and always consult with a healthcare provider just to be sure. The Mediterranean diet is consistently ranked as one of the healthiest diets globally, largely because of its heart healthy benefits. Now, studies have shown that people who follow the Mediterranean diet have a lower risk in developing heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes. It's also linked to a longer life expectancy and lower risk of congenital decline. So, in summary, the Mediterranean diet is not just a way of eating, but really a lifestyle way, which is the way I love to eat. And that focuses on whole, natural foods, healthy fats, lean proteins, and a moderate, balanced approach to eating. Everything in moderation. Portion control is key. Now, whether you're looking to improve your heart health, manage your weight, or just eat more mindfully, I think the Mediterranean style of eating provides a delicious and sustainable way to nourish your body. Hey, happy diabetics! Want the inside scoop on delicious, friendly recipes, expert tips, and inspiration to keep you feeling great? Well, sign up for the Happy Diabetic Kitchen newsletter and get fresh, flavorful ideas delivered straight to your inbox. Whether you're looking for easy meal plans, smart nutrition advice, or just a little motivation from me, Chef Robert, the Happy Diabetic, we've got you covered. Best of all, it's free. Don't miss out. Join the Happy Diabetic community today and get my free 7 steps to healthy diabetic living and my bonus eating tips all free. Stay up to date on new podcasts, insider tips, and more when you subscribe to our free newsletter. Sign up at happydiabetic.com and start your journey to a happier, healthier eating lifestyle. So why is it great for diabetes management? Well, according to WebMD, here are some of the scientific benefits. Blood sugar control. The fiber from vegetables and whole grains and legumes slows the absorption of glucose, preventing spikes. There's healthy heart benefits. Rich and healthy fats and antioxidants will help reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular health, a key concern for diabetics. And what about that weight management? I know, that weight thing, it's tough. The diet is naturally low in processed foods and sugars. We know that's good. And that helps promote weight control, which can improve insulin sensitivity. Well, the real world impact is that improved A1C and weight management with the Mediterranean diet is key. In a 2022 study published by Diabetes Care, researchers followed 901 participants with type 2 diabetes over 4 years. The group that adhered to the Mediterranean diet experienced about 0.9 reduction in A1C levels, an average drop of 7.8 to 6.9. Who wouldn't love that? Greater weight loss compared to those on a low-fat diet, with an average weight loss of 4 to 7 pounds, and improved insulin sensitivity and lower inflammation markers. One real-life application is in the study. One of the participants, a 55-year-old woman with type 2 diabetes, switched from processed food heavy diet to a Mediterranean-style plan. By incorporating olive oil, fish, and whole grains while reducing refined carbs, she saw her A1C drop from 7.5 to 6.4 in just 6 months. She also lost 12 pounds, improved her cholesterol level, and reported having more consistent energy throughout the day. The evidence highlights the Mediterranean diet effectiveness in improving blood sugar control, weight management, and overall metabolic health for people living with diabetes. So let's talk a little bit about the healthy foods and what are the key ingredients to always have on hand. Well, healthy fats, like we said, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, nuts like almonds and walnuts, and seeds like sesame seeds. Lean proteins like salmon, sardines, mackerel, tuna, and grilled chicken. And how about some low glycemic carbs like whole grains, quinoa, barley, farro, legumes like chickpeas and lentils. And, of course, fresh produce, leafy greens, tomatoes, onions, bell peppers, cucumbers, and eggplant, just to name a few. And my favorite herbs and spices, oregano, basil, parsley, garlic, rosemary, and I love turmeric. So here's some thoughts and ideas. Why don't we swap refined carbs for whole grains? Choose brown rice or quinoa instead of white rice. Let's flavor with herbs and not salt. Let's boost the taste without raising your blood sugar. And prioritize fresh over processed. Fresh fish over fried, whole fruits over juices. And listen, if fresh vegetables are hard for you to get, especially the kind you like, always choose frozen. They're amazing. So let's get into some easy Mediterranean meal ideas. And when you subscribe to the newsletter, in the next issue, I will have some very detailed recipes. So what about a Greek yogurt parfait with chia seeds, berries, and a sprinkle of nuts, like sesame seeds or pumpkin seeds? And what about a delicious vegetable omelet? Spinach, tomatoes, onions, feta cheese. Easy to make, simple, delicious, and easy on the cheese. Now, lunch, how about a Mediterranean salad bowl? I like to take romaine lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, olives, some grilled chicken. You know, I have it always grilled, sliced, and frozen in my freezer. So just pull out the baggie of grilled chicken, thaw it out, and you're ready to go. And a delicious lemon olive oil vinaigrette. That'll be in the upcoming newsletter. How about this? A hummus and veggie wrap. A whole wheat wrap with hummus, shredded carrots, cucumbers, some leafy greens, maybe some onions. Delish. And how about dinner? Well, I loved baked salmon in my air fryer or the oven with some roasted zucchini and a little quinoa on the side. Season that salmon with some lemon, garlic, and herbs. Or how about stuffed bell peppers with ground turkey, tomatoes, quinoa, or brown rice? Now, what about my snacky snacks? Well, for me, I love sliced carrots, sliced celery, mixed nuts with maybe a few craisins, and a few olives, or cucumber slices and hummus, or tzatziki, which is a cucumber sauce. And if you don't want to make your own tzatziki, you can find it at almost any grocery store. All right, well, let's get started on actually hunting and shopping, right? I mean, you've got to buy the food. So here's some shopping tips. Stick to the perimeter of the grocery store for fresh produce, lean meats, and whole grains. Shop the outside aisles. That's where really all the healthy food is. And try to read labels and get good at reading labels. Choose olive oil-based dressings over creamy or sugary ones. Now, I love to batch cook things like grains and proteins, chickens and quinoa, so I have them ready to go and it's easy to assemble dishes during the week. And I love make my own Mediterranean spice blend. Here it is. It's simply oregano, thyme, garlic powder, a little paprika, and a little onion powder. That's my own Happy Diabetic Mediterranean spice blend. So let's kind of wrap this up a little bit. Here's some closing thoughts from me. By embracing the Mediterranean diet, you're not just enjoying delicious, vibrant meals, you're also making a powerful choice for better blood sugar management and overall health. Remember, small, sustainable changes lead to long-lasting results. You cannot eat an elephant in one bite. So start small. Take baby steps. Well, thanks everybody for joining me in the Happy Diabetic Kitchen today, where we're turning ordinary ingredients into extraordinary diabetes-friendly meals. Until next time, keep it flavorful, fresh, and healthy. Stay tuned, everybody. We will be right back with my delicious recipe of the podcast, my Mediterranean chicken of love. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for my Mediterranean chicken of love. You'll find this recipe and all my amazing recipes, at least I think they're amazing, at happydiabetic.com. So let's get right into it. Here's what you're going to need. Extra virgin olive oil, garlic, mushrooms, bell pepper, red and green, aroma tomato, red onion, some vegetable broth, if it's in season, which I love, some asparagus, and then some dried oregano, rosemary, basil, a teaspoon or a tablespoon maybe of fresh garlic, some skinless sliced pre-cooked chicken breast or chicken thigh, whichever you like, some black olives, and some white Italian beans drained well, a little salt and pepper to taste, and the secret ingredient of this recipe is fresh lime. So all you're going to do is heat oil up in a skillet over medium heat. We'll add the mushrooms, the bell peppers, the onions, and asparagus, and saute them for about 3 minutes. We're going to add the cooked chicken and the garlic. Let's lower the heat and add the vegetable stock or chicken stock, oregano, rosemary, and basil, and add the diced tomatoes and beans and olives towards the end. Simmer for about 5 minutes. Cook over low heat until the chicken is nice and hot. Season it with salt and pepper to taste, and a squeeze of lime, because that is the secret ingredient. Lime, citrus, chicken, it's amazing. Only 216 calories per serving, 8 grams of fat per serving, 23 grams of carbs, 6 grams of fiber, which is nice and high, and 10 grams of protein. This is a great recipe. It celebrates everything Mediterranean. And again, you'll find it at happydiabetic.com. And if you have any questions about this or any of my recipes, reach out at the website happydiabetic.com. Are you ready to take control of your diabetes and health without sacrificing any flavor? Welcome to the Happy Diabetic Cooking Academy. If you're living with diabetes or just looking to make healthier choices in the kitchen, this is the place for you. Imagine delicious, easy to make meals designed to keep your blood sugars in check without giving up the foods you love. With step-by-step video lessons, expert nutrition tips, and a community of like-minded food lovers, the Happy Diabetic Cooking Academy will help you feel confident in the kitchen and excited about every single meal. Join today and start cooking with joy, flavor, and health in mind. Visit happydiabetic.com/academy. That's happydiabetic.com/academy to sign up now. And like all the suggestions that we've talked about today, remember to consult with a healthcare professional for your personalized advice and guidance tailored to your specific needs and medical history. One size does not fit all. This podcast is not intended to replace professional medical advice. The views expressed on this podcast may not be those of the host or the Happy Diabetic Kitchen. Always consult your medical team if you're planning on making any changes to your health plan, medication, lifestyle, or anything going on with your diabetes. Remember, I'm not a doctor, a certified diabetic educator, or a dietitian of any kind, although I am a father of 3 amazing kids, Attila, Dracula, and Frankenstein. Well, that does make me a psychiatrist of sorts. Well, my mother wanted me to be a doctor. Does that count? And if you're loving the podcast, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss one single episode. The Happy Diabetic Kitchen is made from scratch, seasoned with love, cooked to perfection. Thanks everyone for listening, and our theme music is by the Happy Diabetic Kitchen Band, and of course our kitchen mascot cat, Tucker. Remember everybody, this year better than last year. This month better than last month. This week better than last week, and this day better than yesterday. And let me leave you with this thought. Jose Andres once said, simple ingredients prepared in a simple way, well, that's the best way to take your everyday cooking to a higher level. Simple ingredients. Ordinary ingredients turned into something extraordinary. That's what Chef Robert says. Remember, my friends, no one loves you more than me. Stay happy, stay healthy, and keep cooking delicious, diabetic-friendly meals. So until next time, chef it up.